All right. We are back. Duskwood, episode 6, part 5. And before we start, I have a confession to make. I actually had this video already recorded for part 5, and I accidentally deleted it. So I had to start over from the very beginning of the game, work my way all the way back up to this point to re-record this part and make sure that you guys see it. Because it's important. It's important. There's another puzzle in here that we're going to work towards and try to figure out. And unfortunately, you won't be able to see my true reactions for it because I've already figured it out because I had already pre-recorded it. But it's still going to be informative, still going to be very good for you guys. To give you a little quick hint on the previous puzzle, I didn't find any issues with it. I didn't think it was very hard at all. I'm talking about the minigame puzzle. It was almost kind of like the way the puzzle was and how many colors were available. Anywhere that you matched your colors, you just got lucky that other colors were matching and you would get these long strings of matches. And what you needed to do in that puzzle was get a certain amount of colors matched of a particular color. There's 2 different colors that you need to get matched, and you needed to break 12 window panes, which you had to break them 3 times each to get a fully successful break. But without further ado, let's get right into it. We're talking to Lily. We had just in the previous part we figured out the puzzle for in between this lines, which was the answer was Dusty, and we just figured that out, and we're getting ready to talk to Lily here to figure out another puzzle. All right, she says, "Okay, I'm back. Can we continue?" "Only if you answer me one question, Lily. Where did you get the information about Jake?" That's really important because we need to know how she got that information. Did she get it from the kidnapper? If she got it from the kidnapper, then that could give us a lot of clues as to who the kidnapper is. Like, how did she find out that it was Jake? Pretty late to ask that. Better late than never, Lily. How about you just tell me? Just tell me how you figured this out. You owe me this. After what you did, putting that video out there, you definitely owe me this. It was a couple years ago when Hannah and I still lived with our parents. Hannah was on her computer all the time and kept writing emails back and forth with some guy. I can't remember everything, but I still know that she kept swooning over him and he was some sort of genius. But Jake told us recently that he had no romantic relationship. He had no relationship with Hannah in any way. That's what Jake told us. But we're guessing that's Jake, right? At least that's what Lily thinks. Of course it was Jake. But how does Lily know? Unless she saw, looked over her shoulder. She talked about nothing else all day long. Jake this, Jake that. It was almost unbearable. Okay, so Hannah knew Jake's name. Our parents weren't exactly happy about this, but they never have prohibited her from it either. And then Hannah suddenly stopped talking to him. Never again, to be exact. Out of the blue, just stopped? That's weird. Did you ever ask her why? Why did they stop talking? Nah, no way. I did that back then. No way I did that back then, and if I did, I've forgotten that behavior wasn't even unusual for Hannah. Anyway, I never spared that guy another thought until the hacker suddenly turned up and claimed something had happened to Hannah. I tried contacting him later, but that didn't work. What do you mean by the behavior wasn't unusual for Hannah? Does she jump, around to different boys? Like, does she get these like crushes, like these short little crushes? Like maybe that was with Thomas. Maybe she only had just that short little crush with Thomas, and then she was no longer wanted to be with him. His profile somehow blocked my chat request. What happened then? He and Hannah had been close back then, so maybe he really just wanted to help. Help with what, though? What was he helping Hannah with? On the other hand, he was the first to know that something had happened to Hannah, and he even had all of our cell numbers. As the first time, I suspected that he could be that Jake from years ago. So this was years ago. And when it started getting dangerous for all of us, and he even threatened us, I was forced to fight back. And by fight back, you mean make a video full of lies. You felt like you were forced to jeopardize all of our work. Yeah, by fight back, you mean make a video full of lies. What do you guys say about that, Lily? Why are you allowed to put us all in danger, tongue-tied? Why was it so important to you and Jake that you stay with us? See, that's the thing. Lily doesn't understand that if I wasn't a part of this, if Jake wasn't a part of this, maybe somebody else would be dead right now. Maybe it wouldn't just be the girl in the woods that they found. Maybe Hannah would be dead. Maybe somebody else in the group would be dead. We're keeping people safe. It might not seem like it, but it could be way worse. And I think that's what Lily's not understanding right now. But I'm definitely being pulled into it. It wasn't my choice. I didn't choose any of this. But I can't change it anymore. Back on topic. Right. After Jake's threatening video, I logged into Hannah's email account. And it was just like that, or it was just like I had expected. All of her and Jake's emails had been archived. Okay. How'd she get the password, though? Unless she just knew Hannah that well. She just got the password. I'm her sister. I know a lot about her. Yeah, I guarantee you I don't know my sister's and brother's passwords. Hannah and Jake had really messaged each other a lot, and Hannah told him a lot about herself. She told him where she lives, who her friends are, where she went to school. It's a lot of information. In short, the kind of information you wouldn't want to tell a stranger. Exactly. Don't be telling strangers that. It's a good lesson for all you people out there talking to everybody, talking to people you don't know on the internet. Don't give out private information. Don't talk about where you live and who your friends are. Keep some stuff secret. It's for your own protection. There's some creepers out there, some weirdos out there online, just looking for people to give them that kind of information, or looking for people to prey on. All right, back to to get back to the actual point. Their conversations weren't one-sided. Jake told Hannah quite a bit about himself too. Ooh, let's learn a little bit about Jake, why don't we? Then you published all of that? Like, what did you do with all that information? Yes. But let me know the information. Tell me what you found out then. I want to know about Jake. But I hadn't read all the emails when I logged in. There were just so many at that point. I had to take a break. Unfortunately, I fell asleep. And then when you woke up, it was deleted? When I logged back into Hannah's account, the entire folder with her archived emails was gone. Right. How convenient. Maybe you did it by accident. Maybe you did it by yourself by accident. You fell asleep on the keyboard and hit that delete button. But do you know what this reminds me of? Hannah's message with my number in it. That's true. That's very true. I should switch passwords again soon. Very true. Change your passwords often. You're right. According to Thomas, that message was suddenly deleted too. Good thinking, right? I'm full of good ideas and good thoughts and good thinkings. With Hannah's email provider, you can see when your latest login was on the main page. You might know that. Yeah, sure. Good, so you know what I mean. The point is, there's no doubt left that someone had logged in after her to delete all the emails between Hannah and Jake. Sounds reasonable. But who? Probably Jake. But let's see if Lily, she'll probably point out Jake. I'm sure it was Jake, right? I mean, I don't want to be the one throwing Jake under the bus. Lily can throw Jake under the bus all she wants, but I'm not throwing Jake under the bus. He would have the most plausible reason to delete the emails, to keep something secret from me. Oh, I forgot something else. What else did you forget? There's one more thing I could clearly gather from those emails. I told you that Hannah suddenly stopped talking about Jake, right? Correct. That was on Jake. Oh, Jake cut things off. It was him who distanced himself from Hannah. So do we think, I mean, if this was years ago, that had no effect on Hannah and Thomas. So Hannah's behavior towards Thomas couldn't have been affected by Jake. You know how, like, when Thomas was saying that, like, Hannah was spacing out and everything else. It couldn't have been affected by Jake because Hannah and Jake's conversations and relationship was going on years ago. How'd you find that out? Because he started acting differently towards her. His answers were shorter. He sent fewer emails overall, and he stopped asking her questions too. Well, now you know. Yes. And knowing's half the battle. Thanks, Lily. No problem, tongue-tied. So shall we continue with the next puzzle? Yes, let's do it. This word Dusty. Who is Dusty? That was the name of Hannah's cat. Hannah's cat's name was Dusty. I remember seeing a picture of Hannah, of a cat. I'm guessing it was Hannah's cat. I remember seeing a picture of the cat. So is this puzzle for you? If it was Hannah's cat, then you would be there. It'd also be, you're part of the family. Where's the cat now? Let's find the cat. Dusty is sadly no longer with us. Oh, that's sad. Poor cat. Meow. I think you have to find out this clue about Hannah's cat, or I think you have to find out what this clue about Hannah's cat is supposed to tell us. I'll give it a try. All right, so I remember seeing a cat in one of Hannah's cloud pictures. So we can find that in Jake's profile. There's the cat right now. So just to give you guys an idea, I don't know if you just saw that little shimmer. You see that little shimmer? Oh, you see it again? So when I was originally looking into this, I could not find this at all. I was looking at this picture. I was trying to figure it out. I was looking at Lily's Instagram. I was looking at Cleo's Instagram. I was looking at Jesse's. I was looking at everybody's stuff. Could not figure it out. And if you go a while without being able to figure it out, Lily will reach back out to you, or you can reach out to Lily and say, look, I can't figure it out. And then they kind of give you little hints here and there to try to figure it out. Overall, it directs you to this picture. And if you shake your phone, that's how you see the image, by shaking your phone. And if you shake it enough, it pops up and it sticks there. So you can see that there's an image right there. And that's how you can figure out this part of the puzzle. Now you have to figure out what that part goes to. So we just figured out, let's go back and talk to Lily. We just saw it. I found a shape on that picture of Dusty. Yeah, shape. When I moved my phone. And we're going to send her the picture. As you can see, that's just shape. So if you think about it, where did that shape come from? Like, what is part of, can't really, at the time I was like, man, what is that from? But we figure it out. And I'll show you where it's all from. Jake was super weird when he talked about this picture. He hid the shape on the picture for me. Now I understand why. But that's not important. Yeah, he must have hid this shape on the picture. Obviously. Because we didn't do it. We didn't put that shape on there. That means the shape is the next puzzle. Correct. Does he do this a lot with you, by the way? Yes. Yes, he does. But I like it, because it's fun. And Jake's a good guy. Can't believe that you trust him. That's really none of your business, Lily. No, yeah, I mean, I definitely trust him. I think in the very, very beginning, obviously, in the very beginning, any hacker that reaches out to you, you don't really initially trust a hacker, but we grew to trust Jake. We did. But initially, in the very, 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 very beginning, when we starting to get, messaged and phone called by a hacker, no, you're not trusting anybody. I don't care who you are, you're not trusting them. All right, so we got to figure out where that puzzle fits, right? So if we go to our profile, this is what the first, I actually found, or I figured out that puzzle in Dusty's picture did go back to the map because of all these different shapes, and that's just what it looked like. And then the idea was trying to find the shape that matched it. So we were able to zoom in and zoom out. We were looking at everything, and we found there's the shape. It's the exact shape. So it's somewhere in Duskwood. It's part of this map. So let's go back and talk to Lily. And we do know where this shape is from. I saw it in the messenger. I guess it's in our profile, so I guess I saw it here in the messenger. The shape directs a house on the map of Duskwood. Right, perfect. And if you can't figure it out when you start talking to Lily, you're like, oh, I can't make heads or tails of this. Like, she'll give you hints and stuff as well, and I think those hints will eventually lead you to that map. And what's that supposed to mean? What house is this? Can't you tell? Like we know, I don't know what house it is, but we know that it's part of Duskwood. To me, this shape looks nothing like a house. And now what? Do you want me to go to this house? Time for you to contribute to something, Lily. And obviously I'm not in Duskwood, so you're going to have to do it. It's all on you. To be honest, going to this house doesn't feel like the greatest idea to me. Yeah, I can understand that. But do you want to find Hannah or not? It's pretty aggressive, though. Do you want to find her or not? What kind of question is that? But don't you think it's weird that Jake wants to lure us to this house? It's like, do you think Jake is waiting for you at the house? Ooh, maybe. maybe Jake is waiting for her at the house, and then they can talk. It's not Jake's style. It really isn't. I mean, Jake is just all, you know, computers. I mean, it's not his style to put himself out there. He would never commit such an easily traceable crime. It just doesn't fit him. This kind of approach is too crude for Jake. It's hard to explain. It just doesn't fit his style. At least, not that we've known. Come on, Lily, I need you to go to this house. I'm going to the house. Right. Perfect. But you realize that if something happens to me now, that everyone will be able to read what we've been writing. That's fine. I've got nothing to hide. And you would be framed as Jake's accomplice. Yes, I realize that. Explain to you the way. All right, so we know it's over there on the right-hand side of the map, the east side. So okay, Aurora's Bar. Let's start at Aurora's Bar. All right, let's start at the bar Aurora, and we need to go kind of like southeast. Yeah. Towards the outskirts, okay. Okay, at the first crossing, you're gonna go north, right? Right, we want her to go north at the first crossing. And it would be the first right, the first on your right, and it would be the last house, or your destination is the last house on the left. Perfect. Almost clicked last house on the right, but that would have been wrong. But it's the last house on the left. Just follow those directions exactly. Exactly. All right, Lily. I'll be going then. Good luck, Lily. I hope you find something good. I'll message you when I'm there. Perfect. She is offline. And there you have it, guys. That is the next part of that puzzle. The puzzle piece in Dusty's picture. Shake your phone, pops right up. And then we just have to direct Lily to the house in Duskwood. I feel like we're starting to get close. I feel like we're getting closer and closer to Hannah, finding out what happened to her. It seems like we're starting to learn more and more about Jake, but not really from Jake. You know, we're starting to learn that he did have some type of connection with Hannah in the past. But we're going to leave it right there. As always, thanks for watching. Love you all. Have a great day. Goodbye.